What if your customers are trying to find your business online, but instead of finding you, they find your competitors? Now, more than ever, it's time to make sure you have the right SEO to make your business stand out online. Welcome to Go Mind Your Business with Terri Bork, presented by Extreme Marketing Concepts, putting your business in front of the hungry herd of buyers who are looking for you right now. Extreme Marketing Concepts, helping you drive more traffic, dominate the market, and crush your competition. And now, here's Terri.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Go Mind Your Business. My name is Terri Bork, and I hope you all had a fantastic holiday. And I'm really excited to welcome another special guest to my show today. He's actually partly responsible for getting me involved in this whole crazy internet business thing back in 2008 or 2009, I don't know what it was, and taught me how to do local marketing and has so expanded my vision of what I could do with my business. And I'm so happy to have him with me here today. Please welcome Tim Castleman to our show. Welcome to our show, Tim.
Hey, thanks so much. I loved listening to the intro. One of the things you said in there was like, when customers go online, do they find your competitors instead? I was thinking, I think I sent a direct mail piece out like that. So that was hilarious to kind of get a little blast from the past there.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know, marketing, whether you're doing marketing a business or for a local business or for all us entrepreneurs, you know, we want to sell more product and do better with all our efforts. So that's what, you know, we try to do with the Extreme Marketing Concepts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very important stuff. So guys, I'm really excited. I want to talk to you a little bit about what Tim's going to talk to us about. Tim doesn't do online marketing as much anymore, but or for local businesses, but what he does do is focus heavily in Kindle and creating Kindle products and then selling those Kindle products online. And one of the things that I found really impressive that he's done is Tim does not yet have children, but he does have friends with children, and he actually set up a trust fund with the proceeds that come in from some of his Kindle sales so that those children can go to college. And I can't think of any better gift that you could give your child than that of education and starting to save for that college education right away. I have 2 children in college right now, and trust me, it's expensive. So, you know, I applaud Tim for doing that and for helping out another family. And so, Tim, today we're going to talk about Kindle and getting it going.
Sounds great.
All right, perfect. So for our listeners, a lot of them are work a full-time job and are looking to generate second incomes online. Why is it so important for them maybe to pick Kindle as an option of getting a second income?
Well, okay, so here's the thing I want to put everyone at ease. If you're not a writer, congratulations, because I don't consider myself a writer either. And this is someone who probably writes about 100,000 words a year, if I had to figure all the PDFs and ebooks and everything like that. But I still don't consider myself a writer. So the reason why I think you need to get a Kindle, even if you aren't a writer, is there are so many outsourcing opportunities out there to let other people do the work for you. Now, as we record this interview in 2014, I kind of see there's like the big 3, okay? So you have Facebook, right? That's the 600-pound gorilla in the room, whatever you want to call it. Here's the problem with Facebook that I see. One, they're cracking down on marketers. I know a lot of people, friends, family, that are making really good money selling T-shirts, but I see the slap is coming. It's getting harder and harder. You can't do custom audiences. You can't do sports teams. You can't do false discounts anymore. And it's only going to get tougher and tougher and tougher to do that. So I think Facebook's going to go away. Here's the other thing. It takes a long time to dial in Facebook. Like, I've got a friend who's making thousands of dollars a month on Facebook. But guess what? They're spending $300 a day on advertising. And a lot of that advertising, really about 70% of it, goes away. It's wasted. And that's why I don't really care for Facebook as a business model. The second one is Amazon physical products, right? Or physical products in general. You know, you go to China, you outsource it, you know, you get it shipped over here super cheap, you sell it, and you make a bunch of money. Here's what's wrong with that. One, you got to rely on a foreign country that you've never visited, and I've been to China, and I still consider it a foreign country, okay? 2, you got to have a lot of startup capital. You know, if you're, whatever it is, even the cheapest thing, even if you're paying $1 a thing, if you need 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, you got to invest that money up front, and then you got to pray that Amazon picks it up, that you don't get negative reviews. It's just a nightmare. So for me, right, the biggest reason I would say people need to get into Kindle is 1, the ability to outsource, and 2, the ability to leave a legacy. Sometimes late at night in an altered state, I kind of laugh and I think, did your parents really raise you to be a t-shirt seller? Like that was their grand goal for you? Is they're like, hey, I want to sell t-shirts, right? Or like I want to do these little power wristbands on Amazon. No, being an author is something that's prestigious, and even if you're a publisher like I don't even consider myself an author. I consider myself more of a publisher. To me, there is the prestige behind it, and with outsourcing, you can get books done for cheaper than ever before. And I'd be more than happy to, if you want, to kind of share a few examples.
Okay, fantastic. So that's awesome. So how do people typically get started with coming up with an idea for a Kindle book that other people can find? I mean, I personally think that everybody's got a story inside them, but most people have no idea how to get a story out. So where do people typically begin?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. If you want to do your own book, and there's nothing against doing that, eventually I will write my own books. I'm just incredibly lazy, and I don't want to do that. The new Watchdog game came out last night. I played it till 5 o'clock in the morning. I've got busy and important things to do. So what I would tell you, if you're like, hey, I want to create a book, there's 2 ways to go at it. So let's talk about writing it yourself. If you want to write it yourself, you need to sit down and you need to make a list. And here's the question you need to ask yourself. What would people be willing to pay me $10 to learn? And that's a simple, it's like, well, $10, that's not very difficult. Exactly. What would you be willing to learn or pay someone else $10 to learn? Have you lost some weight in your life? Have you got out of debt? Do you have a cool little credit card hack that allows you to go on vacation once a year on the credit cards? Are you a really good parent? Do you make really awesome certain type of diet food? Do you, whatever it is, if there is an audience out there, then they will be receptive to your message if you get it in front of them. So that's if you want to write it yourself. So you pick the topic, okay, and then you go and you do a little research on Amazon, see are those books selling. Typically, I don't want to get too big in the numbers, but here's the thing. If it's 50,000 or below in Amazon bestseller ranking, you have a good chance of selling a few copies of your book per day. At 50,000 or below. Really, 20,000 or below is better, but to just give you one simple number, 50,000 or below. If your book's in your category, if you can find 3 books within the top 20 books that have that Amazon bestseller rank 50,000 or below, you're on a good path. And you know that, hey, people are receptive and they're willing to pay for this information. And really what I would tell you is, what is the one thing that everyone is blown away that you think is no big deal? Right? So, like, I'm 35, or going to be 35 this year. I went from, like, $6,000 in debt to, like, paid off my house, got out of debt, own everything, and a substantial savings account. I don't think that's a big deal because I'm just used to it now that I've done it for so long. But when I tell people, they're blown away. They're like, wait a second, you're 34, you own 2 homes, you have multiple 6 figures in the bank. Like, I would like to learn that. So if you constantly get that brought up, like, wow, Terry, you should tell people about that, or wow, you should really do something about that. Stop dismissing it and realize that that is a strength or a gift that you can share with other people. So that's if you're going to do it yourself. If you're going to do it like I do and you're going to be a publisher, what you want to do is you want to, I call it piggyback profits. You want to follow the trends. You want to follow the things that make sense right now. So we're recording this interview at the beginning of what I would consider summer, right? We're about to go into June. So what's coming up? You got July 4th is right around the corner. So if I were a betting man, chances are a lot of people are going to be barbecuing, right? And a lot of people are going to be getting together for parties for July 4th here in the United States. Well, what if you put out a July 4th cookbook, a guide to grilling on July 4th, and it's got recipes for mains, for sides, for desserts, for whatever. You put that out. You put it out for like $2-3, and guess what? That thing will sell every year around this time because everybody has to barbecue. And really, what do we want to do? We want to impress people. Okay, my wife is like this. She's on Pinterest all the time trying to find this top secret recipe for, you know, this or that because she wants to be the talk of the party. I want to have the best steaks in town or know how to grill a brisket properly. So what I would tell you is if you're going to do it yourself, make a list. If you're going to have someone else do it or outsource it or publish it, see what trends are happening now because you can get a book done in 30 days or less. And more importantly, see what trends are coming up so you can get everything ready to hit that upcoming trend.
Oh, really great tip. Thank you for sharing that, Tim. And, you know, who even thought you can do a cookbook? I mean, you know, that would have been the furthest thing from my mind, creating a cookbook. And so if people were to get started with doing that, like, what do you recommend that they do? How do they outsource something like that? Is that a difficult thing to do?
It used to be, but it's not now. Like one thing I've been very surprised when outsourcing, and I've outsourced, I'm going to say 25 plus books now.
Wow.
Is how cheap it is, and two, how good quality it is. So let's stick with the cookbook example because that's relevant. All right, so here's what I would do. I would go to a site like I would just type in recipes or cooking recipes, and I would go to sites and I would find 5 to 10 recipes for each main category. So for my recipe books, we typically put about 50 recipes in there, and we have you know, appetizers, we have sides, we have mains, we have desserts. I think we have drinks or some other category. You want to find 5 to 10 recipes, in this case 10 recipes for each one. Then you go and you pay a writer to rewrite those recipes because here's a cool little thing you may not know. Recipes cannot be trademarked. Right? The ingredients list cannot be trademarked. Here's what can be trademarked, okay? And of course, I say this with this legal caveat. I'm a complete and total idiot. You should not listen to anything I say, and you should definitely talk to an attorney before doing this. But descriptions can be trademarked. Recipes themselves cannot be. So what we do is we hire an outsourcer. They go out. They rewrite the descriptions to make them original to us. And then we take those recipes along with the new written descriptions. We put them in a simple PDF, or excuse me, a simple Word document. We have it formatted by an outsourcer to put it into Kindle. We get a pretty shiny cover made for it. Costs us $5-10, and we throw it up online. And again, those books cost you less than $100 and can be done easily within 30 days.
Wow, that fast to get a book written and published and available for sale on Amazon. You can
30 days. I mean, and let's not even talk about recipe books. Let's talk about nonfiction children's books. Let's talk about children's illustration books, and let's talk about romance and erotica books. All of those books, with the exception of the illustration books, have been done within 30 days or less. The reason why the illustration takes longer is you're paying someone to actually illustrate 24 pages of illustrations for you. So understand, you can totally do these books within 30 days. And going back to what we talked about at the very beginning, if I waste $300 on advertising in Facebook, I got nothing, right? I'm like, hey, here's your receipt. But if I spend $300 on getting books made and they don't do well, I still have those books. I can still point to people and say, hey, I'm a published author because of X, Y, and Z.
Oh, very interesting. So now, you know, we're talking about Kindle, right? And you're saying like $2 or $3 for a book. So is there money to be made on Kindle if you're selling these books for $2 or $3 and the season's only a couple weeks long?
Absolutely. I mean, the last book that I did that was a holiday type book, we sold 100 copies of that within 96 hours of it being released. So at $3.99 or $2.99, you're going to get $2 or $3, whichever one you decide. So you talk about a cost of a book to be like maybe $50, $75, but you're walking out with $300, $400 in profit after you've paid for the book. And if you do one book per month, then you're making extra money. You know, you talk about people that have full-time jobs that are just looking for an extra side job. I mean, $300-400, that'll pay a car payment, that'll help pay a light bill, you know, that'll have some fun money for the kids for summer, and more importantly, you know, for the fall when you got to buy those back-to-school clothes.
Okay, good point there.
And the great thing is this. What I do is I leverage and scale. Okay, so I'll just give you a peek into my system. So we are getting into the romance/erotica niche, more erotica than romance. Okay, I had 3 books written, and the books cost me $50 per book for 5,000 words. So it cost me $150. I just had the covers made. Okay, those cost me $10 a piece. I had an editor. I mean, I did this thing, everything first class. Everything's going to run me probably about $200 to $250 for these 3 books. Now that means all I have to do is collectively, between the 3 of them, sell 100 copies of them, and I'll pay them off, and then I will have that asset for life. Now, here's a little dirty little secret. Last month, I didn't do anything on Kindle. I didn't promote a book. I was busy traveling, enjoying my life, doing whatever, and I still made a few $100s. And I didn't do anything. So the great thing about Amazon and the great thing about Kindle is you've got that passive income stream, because even when you're not working, Amazon is working for you.
Oh, really great tip there too, and I appreciate you sharing that with our audience. So you can cover your expenses, you know, and gradually build up, because now even next year the 4th of July will come again, like you said. So you may only get a couple weeks worth now, but you'll have it out there for next year ready to go.
Well, here's what you do. You do 4th of July, okay? If that does well, then you do, well, we just passed Memorial Day, so you wouldn't do that one, but you look for the next major holiday that's a food-based holiday, and you go do a cookbook about that. And the thing is, with those 3 books that I told you about that we had done, I won't get any more produced until 2 out of the 3 are paid for. So I'm letting Amazon pay me to produce more books. So my cost and risk is low. My return, if I do it right, is going to be super high.
Got it. All right. How about roadblocks? Do your students typically hit any roadblocks when they're creating these books?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing that we all have a roadblock on is perfectionism. I find it funny because someone was telling me the other day, like, oh, Tim, you're one of the most ambitious people that I know. And if you set your ambition scale to me, raise your scale a little higher, right? So perfectionism. Oh, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be awesome. Here's the thing. You need to get it about 80% right, and understand that the great thing is you can tweak these at any time. If you go, oh, you know what, I don't like that cover, within 24 hours you can change it. Oh, hey, I need to make a formatting change. Within 24 hours, you can undo anything that you've done online when it comes to Kindle books. You can fix the description. You can fix all that. So what I would tell you is, the perfectionism, and the other thing is someday, right? Well, someday I'll get to it. I don't do someday. We do production calendars. At the beginning of the month, we sit down, like we'll sit down next week, and I will say, okay, here's what I want. I want 3 new nonfiction books. I want 3 new erotica books. I want 3 new recipe books, and I'll look and see if we want to do some more illustration books. My goal by this time next month is to have 12 books created. And I do that because I have a timeline, I have a fast action calendar which tells me what needs to get done when, and I know that it's not going to be perfect, but I'd much rather get something out there that's imperfect than wait for it to be perfect, because it never will be.
Got it. Wow, thanks for sharing the strategies and, you know, the roadblocks, and then how to fix them with the strategy. That's fantastic. So I want to talk to you about your Kindle product, which will really help our folks get going. And you can find that right here, guys, at terribork.com/KD. So let's talk about what they get with your affordable Kindle creation product.
Sure. So I mentioned that I'm a publisher. I'm not an author. Okay. So in order to do that, I have to have a system. I have to have a step-by-step, paint-by-numbers. Anybody can do it. Okay. I've hired people from the Philippines. I've hired people from the left coast, the right coast, the middle. I mean, anyone can do this. I've had people all over the world do it. So in order to do that, I came up with a 10-step outsourcing system that literally goes step by step, how to do the research, how to find out what books are selling, where to get your covers made, where to find writers, how to make sure that your writing is original and won't get you in trouble with Amazon, how to do the promotion stuff. And I put together this whole complete package and system. One part being a 2.5-hour training, which breaks everything that we do to systematize and scale our books. So how to create them, how to systematize them, how to scale them and grow. And the other part, then the most important part, is how to promote our books with something I call the Pump the Brakes promotional system. Now this Pump the Brakes thing, I'll be honest, I'm an idiot. I lucked into it. We tried it one time. We thought, hot damn, that worked really well. Let's see if we can do it again. And it turns out it works really freaking good. And I'll give you a little teaser to it. It turns free traffic into paid buyers. So we have freebie seeking traffic that it turns into paid buyers. It's one of the craziest things. Once you see it, it's deceptively simple, but once you see it, you'll kick yourself for not doing it before, because it's what's been responsible for 100% of my success when it comes to selling my books online. It's paid off my books in 96 hours, made one guy like $1,700 over a long weekend. I mean, we have testimonial after testimonial and proof after proof of getting more reviews, getting more buyers, and improving your Amazon ranking, all with the Pump the Brakes promotional system. So what I decided to do was take these 2 trainings, about 5 hours worth total, and give you all our checklists, give you access to our personal outsourcers, everything like that, and give you what I consider to be the most complete system on outsourcing your Kindle books today, to teach you not only how to do the books, but the most important part, how to promote them as well.
Oh, wow. Awesome. So they're going to learn step by step, so you don't have to think for yourself, what do I do that, everybody goes, wow, that's a no-brainer, write a book. I don't have to think about it. Somebody can actually go and create a book for me in 10 simple steps, and then once that's created, then we can go and promote the heck out of it and make a bucket load of money. Well,
the thing is this, what I do is I keep it really simple because I'm a simple guy. I need to have it very simple. So what I do is, like I say, okay, you need a book cover. Then I go, here are the people to go hire to do your book covers, because I personally used them. I don't ever recommend anybody that I have not personally used on these trainings. When it comes to the outsourcing system, right, you have to hire some outsourcers. It costs you a whopping $10. I give you the names of the people, and I tell you exactly what to give them. So it's really, not only is it step by step, it's really cut and paste. It's like, hey, Tim said to email you and give you this list, and you'd know what to do with it, and they'll be like, yep, we got it, thank you. And that's it. So not only do you get the system, you get access to my people. So they will tell you, or they will do the same work that they do for me, and I know that they do good work because we use them month in and month out. Like the formatter I recommend is the formatter I use today to get our books done. The book cover people, same thing. Everyone that we use is someone that we still, or everyone that we recommend is someone we still use in business today.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. I don't know that there's a system out there that will give you the whole business like handed to you on a silver platter, and you can find it right here, terribork.com/KD. That's brilliant. That makes it really simple for folks who have another job to figure out, this is the topic I want to cover, and just go give it to somebody and let them handle it, so that you don't have to lay in bed at night looking at the ceiling going, I have no idea what to do. Or
and it doesn't take long either. That's the thing that people are like, oh, I have a job, I have full-time. How long does it take? Like, spend an hour a day if you want to be a superstar. If you want to be like me, 15, 20 minutes a day. I mean, I periodically check in to make sure the wheels aren't falling off, and it pretty much takes care of itself. I mean, like yesterday I worked 3 or 4 hours. That's probably all I'm going to work this week on my Kindle stuff. Maybe I'll spend another hour or two, but really 30 minutes, 45 minutes a day. And once you get this system in place like we are, then you can scale massively. I mean, we went from 0 books to 8 books a month, and now we're going to 12 books, and it's not that difficult.
Wow, so you're able to do 8 books a month right now,
right?
With just doing an hour or a couple, one day a week or so.
Yeah, like an hour, maybe a half hour a day. Yeah.
So what is the hardest part of that, figuring out, oh, let's put it on our little timeline and what we're going to do. That's probably
basically, I mean, with the fast action calendar, which, by the way, I give you guys, it basically breaks everything down step by step. Like, hey, you should be done by step 1 by now, step 2 by now. So basically, I have to look at the calendar and go, okay, that's where we need to be. Are we there? Yes? All right, carry on. Are we not? Okay, what do we need to do to get to that point?
Oh, that's so brilliant. Okay, I love that idea. So cool, guys. So go here and get it, and then take control this summer. Do something with your summer vacation that's going to generate some income for you, so you don't have to be so stressed once it's time for those kids to get back to school. And then look at, Tim set up a college education fund for friends of his children, so that they can have something for themselves, and the parents don't have to pay for that. Look what you could do for your kids. And it doesn't even have to be for your kids. It could just be for you, because you want to have some Rooney money, because you want to go on the trip that you always wanted. So whatever it is for you, turn that thing that you're doing, make some money, and go have a good time with yourself. I sure could pay off my electric bill. I would love not having that bill.
Well, I've got a friend, what she does is she takes all her profit and just has Amazon Pay or gift cards. That way when she wants to go shopping, she doesn't worry about it. She just goes to Amazon. It's like, hey, I want to buy this dress, or I want to buy this electronic, or whatever it is. She's got the money that her books pay for her fun money, basically.
Oh, it's so great. And as you can see, Tim makes a full-time living off of this, so you can scale it as little or as big as you want it to go, and just blow up something for yourself.
Absolutely.
So find it right here, terribork.com/KD. Right, Tim?
Perfect. That sounds amazing.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing your process with us. It makes it so easy to generate additional money.
I'm glad to do it, and I thank you so much for hanging out. It's great to see that you're doing so well, and hopefully I'll get to see you at an event coming up here in a couple months.
Oh, I'll be at something coming up in a few months. No worries there.
Good.
So, Tim, final thoughts of the day that you'd like to share?
The thing I would tell you guys is don't overthink it. I'm in my head all the time. Oh, it's got to be more complicated. It does. Follow the system. The system has worked for me. It's worked for people just like you. Put it to use. Okay, do exactly what I say, and then tweak. And once you do, you'll realize how quickly and easily you can start to grow and scale your business as much or as little as you want. This is one of the few things that you have complete control of, and no matter what, you will always have the status and the ability to consider yourself and call yourself a published author. And the fact that you are an author and the fact that you can show people your books on Amazon is huge, not only to the pride and the ego, but also to the bottom line.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that, Tim. And being an author has helped me tremendously. So I got my first book out a couple years ago, and it's so great. So thank you again, Tim, for joining us today. I really had a great time. And guys, until we meet again, I remind you to go mind your business and have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time. Thanks again, Tim.
Hey, y'all.
terribork.com/KD.
Thank you for listening to Go Mind Your Business with Terri Bork, presented by Extreme Marketing Concepts. If you want to drive more traffic
I should do that.
in the market and crush your competition, find out how by visiting our website, www.extrememarketingconcepts.com. And join Terri next time for another episode of Go Mind Your Business.